Hello, a very good morning to my dear students. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about the AI project cycle. This is an introduction video to an AI project cycle. In this video, we will be discussing about what does a AI project cycle means to you, and what are the different other stages in this AI project cycle. First of all, before jumping into this video, we must be clear about what does a project means to you, right? So let me explain you what does a project is. Yes, you might be developing different kind of things from your junior batches and all. Uh, in your life, you might have created something or have done some kind of assignments or activities and all. So the project is similarly kind of things. These are mainly the set of operations or mainly the set of functions and all, with a specific aim to achieve something or to achieve some defined objectives and all. So in a simple manner, it is same as AI project cycle, in which you are developing a particular project related to AI, and you are getting some desired outputs, which are decided in very beginning onwards, right? So this was a definition of AI project cycle, and after that we will now discuss about the stages in it. So mainly we are having the five stages, which are as problem scoping, data acquisition, data exploration, modeling, and evaluation. So first of all, we will discuss about problem scoping. In this stage of problem scoping, the aim and the scope of the project are being decided over here. Means whatever you are building or whatever your scope is, whatever problem statement you are finding a solution to it by creating a project and all are being decided over here. The aim and scope mainly, the main focus is on aim and scope here, right? The stages which we will be following in this are basically decided as strategic business objectives, expected outcomes of the project, stakeholders' expectations, key resources and steps, success metrics, and all. So this were the stages of problem scoping. Next, here we will discuss about data acquisition. Yes, this is a crucial stage in the AI project cycle, and this is you can say the main stage over here, as the data which are being acquired, keeping in mind the scope and parameters in the previous stage. The process of acquisition of data is being the main scope here. Means which kind of data or which kind of formats of data which are being transferred to the project are all being decided over here. Let's say you are suppose let us say you are creating a project related to comparing the images or the image identification project. So there you must use the image as a data format, right? Okay, let us say you are using some language processing projects. So over there you might be you should use the sound outputs or mp4 format as a data. So for different projects you might be using the different data and all. So in this data acquisition stage, uh, the type of data or the format of data are be decided over here. So like the data may be in visual forms and all. In order to interpret the patterns and trends the data in visual forms such as charts, graphs, maps, histograms, and many more are being preferred over here. Thus, the data acquisition during this stage must be accurate, it must be reliable, and it must be as per the scope and parameters of the project, right? So, the main conclusion which we can conclude in this stage is, in this stage, the data are acquired keeping in mind the scope and parameters of the previous stage. Means mainly the format of the data, right? So next onwards we will move towards the data exploration stage. So in this stage we are exploring the data and its pattern to choose different type of models which may be suitable for your projects. Here we are cleaning or we are refining the data to correlate the data as per our models and all. We are cleaning and normalizing dirty data, uh, and we are taking decisions on which data are useful for us. Mainly we are filtering out the data and all, and we are mixing it with our model. Means we are finding out which data set we are useful for us, or which things which data sets we should keep in future for our project. During this phase, after deciding about the type of models that must serve, we must see the data for multiple resources is being aggregated into a format which is suitable for the AI project model, which I have already told to you that the computer vision. Uh, Here we are using the images and videos for the suitable format. So like that, we have to use which format is suitable for that. This is basically in data exploration, not in data acquisition. So after that, the database or the visual form of data or metadata and many more or structure of data is being chosen in order to produce a desired output, right? So in this data exploration stage, we can get a conclusion that in this stage the data are explored to choose the possible models and clean uh, in order to get a desired outcome and all. So the main difference between the data acquisition and the data exploration stage are basically, in the data acquisition state we are keeping in mind the scope and parameters of the previous stage, but in data exploration stage we are keeping in mind the format of the data and the cleanliness and the accuracy of the data which we are going to insert it into the model and all, right? So this was the main differences between the second and the third stage of project cycle. So after that we are having the modeling stage, right? So in the stage, it is basically used uh, for the prediction or in order to create the model and all. So the activities which takes place in the stage are the selected models are being tested and analyzed, that which models are being suitable or which models are matching your data sets, or which models we have to choose as per our convenience and as per our data convenience only. So after the model is being selected, the AI algorithm is being developed for that in order to process the data and all. And after that, in the same stage only, we are having the training data and the testing data as. So you must know about the training data and the testing data. What are the main difference between these two? So let me explain you about the training data and the testing data. Training data is the data set which is being used to train the algorithm, or these are the first inputs which we give to the model in order to get the desired output and all. So and the testing data is a set of observations which are mainly used to validate the outputs coming from the model in order to see the performance metric or the performance or the accuracy of the model and all. So in the exams there might be questions regarding the difference between the training data and the testing data. So modeling stage, the models are tested, analyzed, and suitable model is being chosen. So after that we must proceed towards the evaluation stage. It's the final stage, and after the model is developed, so the time of evaluation has come, and in this stage the accuracy and the performance of the data is being analyzed here. So by comparing the testing data set to the training data set, we might be getting the uh, performance metric of that. So before a model can be displayed, it must meet some minimum accuracy standard required for development. There must be a clear agreement on what level of risk is acceptable for inaccuracy. So after a developed model is being actually evaluated for accuracy and performance using new data so as to determine if the developed model is deployable or not. Means in simple word, we are getting true or false whether a model is suitable for us or whether a model is not suitable for us, or else it's having some disadvantage or having some defects in it, so that it could not be added to our project. So these were the main stages of the AI project cycle, and here's the combined data flow of the AI project cycle, the combined data stages of the AI project cycle. So in exams you might get the questions like, for first you can get to explain the different AI project cycle, in which I hope you can explain the whole cycle in brief. Well, it can comes in 5 marks and all. And in second, it can ask you difference between the training data set and the testing data set, and also it can ask you what the stages you can take uh, to find the model of a data for your projects in AI project cycle. So these are the main questions we can expect from this chapter.